Let's begin example 1. We are going to solve this two-step linear inequality for n, and then we are going to graph its solution set on the number line. So I'm going to have to solve for that n. So I'm going to do my work over on this side so that I don't end up crashing with the number line. So I have 8 plus n divided by 2 is greater than 2. So recall, whenever solving a two-step equation, you can use you can manipulate an inequality using the same steps. The first step is you're going to want to undo addition or subtraction first. Then you're going to want to undo multiplication or division second. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to want to move 8 to the other side. Recall, we're going to move the numbers that are on the same side as the variable. So since this 8 is positive, I'm going to move it to the other side by using subtraction. So 8 minus 8 gives me 0. That cancels. Now I'm just going to bring down this n divided by 2. Okay, I'm just going to bring it down. Also, bring down that inequality symbol. Don't flip it yet. 2 minus 8, that's going to give me negative 6. So I've done that first step. Now I'm going to have to multiply or divide by the number that's on the same side as n. And recall, this is n divided by 2. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So recall, anything divided by itself is just 1. I'm going to bring that n over, and I'm going to get n is greater than negative 12. Now, I did not need to flip the inequality symbol because recall, the rule tells us that we only flip it if we multiplied or divide by a negative number. Well, we multiplied by positive 2, so it was not necessary. Now I'm going to need to go over to my number line and plot the solution set. It's important that you guys actually realize what you're actually going to be plotting here. The solution is going to be basically numbers that are all larger than negative 12. But it doesn't say that it is equal to negative 12, right? So negative 12 is not included, so it has to be values that are larger than negative 12. So numbers that would be larger than negative 12 would be negative 11, negative 10, negative 9, negative 8, and so forth. Recall that the smaller the negative number is, it's actually larger because it's closer to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and locate my 12. And recall that since it's n is greater than, we don't have an equal sign underneath that. And negative 12 is not included in the solution set, so I'm going to use an open circle. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to shade that part. Some students, when I was in college, I used to shade the whole number line, but I see a lot now they actually just go ahead and they draw a line, an arrow that represents the solution set. And because I have an arrow on it, it means that it's going to be values that are all greater, and that's many different values. And that's how we solve our very first example of a linear inequality.